what I am saying. I did a whole half-hour segment and it didn't record anything. Okay, so the first, I'm not sure how I'm going to break it up. It may be 1 or 2 episodes. But the first episode, we went through a new map and started from scratch. And I showed you how to do some of the basic things before you get off the island or start exploring to other islands. I'm moving back to my main map with my main character or whatever, Castaway. And I thought I would start with doing a tour of her little area. This area is her second map. Her first map got corrupted or something when they did the cheerful characters. It became really laggy. So I moved over what I had done on her base complex at that point. We've added to it since then, but I moved it over to a new map, which I haven't explored. I've actually only found one other island, this island. Oh wait, no, I guess I found 2 so far. That's right. So I found the 2 that are probably the closest to her, and I haven't explored them completely. I just kind of mapped them out, did a bit of mining, I think. But there's plenty to do on this map, and I think what I will probably do, I'll have to decide once I find all the islands. But anyway, here's the tour. We've got a little beachy area. I like ponds, natural ponds, so that one was already here. I had a gravel road coming down to it, but it just seemed weird because the stones are all the same. So I thought I'd plant bushes, but I'm not sure if that's going to work either. But I figured I could take them out if I didn't like them. I accidentally beached one of my fishing boats, so it's stuck there. This is just a little gravel area I'm trying to fill out. I'm not the best at landscaping. This is my first game where I could terraform in. I'm kind of used to Tropico and Banish games where you don't do a lot of pretty terraforming or whatever. Here's the stables. Quick tip about the stables: if you put more than 1 horse in here, they will breed and they will keep breeding. So I would advise you not to unless you want to have a lot of horses. At one point I think I had 15 on the land. I was like, okay. We'll go over here. See, there's another horse. This is my little garden area. This area is for plants that once you pick them, the plant is gone. I use it to actually replenish seeds for the most part, and for dyes and vegetables and stuff. I have 2 windmills. I've found that that's sufficient. I'm not running a lot of stuff. I didn't really like the lamps. I thought the lamps didn't put out as much light as the lanterns. So I didn't really have a need for a ton of them. This is my first attempt of planting. I've seen people do this on YouTube, planting a ton of stuff all on top of each other. So this is my little bamboo farm. I haven't cut it down yet, but I will eventually. So off of the stables is the warehouse, and I've got a little area that I put all my tools. And it's just a very, squat looking building with a bunch of bamboo chests in here. And it goes from being very organized to unorganized to very organized once I organize it again. This hasn't been landscaped yet. It's just awful. But this hole down here was where I was going to put the electricity when I thought I was going to need, what people have. Oh my God, we've got more horses. Jesus. Okay, the wild ones will breed too. I'm going to be shooting horses down here. I'm sorry. I won't film that, but I got to get rid of them. Anyway, so I actually only have a couple nodes, and then I have a stove in the, I'll show those to you, and a recharger, but I thought I was going to have to build out this whole installment I'd seen on YouTube things, and so I had started that process, and I was like, I don't need that. And apparently a couple horses fell down in here and started breeding. Yay. Okay, so I'll have to take care of that. But, why can't she fly? So I need to fix all this. It's kind of ugly, but it's just one of the unfinished projects on the base. This is a fuel refinery and the foundry over here. And then I try to keep things somewhat organized. So like all the clay and everything's near the kiln. So the kiln and the energy workshop, and then up here is the locksmith and the printer press. It's an open concept. I didn't want everything to be too blocky, so I kind of added a lot of foliage, like greenery and things like that. I did start steps at one point, so I need to finish those. Oh my god, the horses. Okay, so this is the little weaver shop with the little tanning rack and just some chests to keep track of that kind of stuff. So all of my leather and yarn and stuff is in there. And this was here and I just left it. I was like, okay. So I farm that whenever it's up. I haven't done much in here. Things just got kind of thrown in here after I go traveling. Oh, and I need to shovel that out. Some landscaping got goofy in here, but this is her bed when it's, raining and stuff. This is kind of like a workshop library area, but it kind of gets stuffed with things that I find as well. The books, for some reason, I'll show you in the quote-unquote living room, but the books don't display very well. I hope they fix that, but this is like one of the few things that's on the energy grid, which is a stove, and then this charging station, which actually charges everything that I need, so it's not that big of a deal. And then here's my chemistry set and dyeing station, and I keep like the rubber and sulfur and saltpeter, all that stuff that it needs here. This patio area, I have my Cecil agave stuff here, and it's kind of annoying because it reminds you that you have to pick it, but I have fruit yielding plants here so that you can just come by and grab them and then drop them in the barrels, like corn and the prickly pears. This isn't completely designed, and once again it just feels like there's just stuff everywhere, but here's the kitchen, and I have cabinets full of raw food in this one, and then once it's cooked it gets shifted to other places like here. And I still haven't decorated these. These are going to have like plants and stuff. This is kind of decorated. I didn't build this piano. This is a composition that I got off of Ylands.net. There's two things that I've brought in from there. I might bring in some more things. There's a guy who does some really cool stuff on there. So while I'm trying to build most of everything that's in my little base, I'm not opposed to bringing in things that I would not have the patience in building, like this. And, just random knickknacks, something that's supposed to symbolize like a living room or whatever. All right, so then above here, you can get to it from the ladder over here, but now that I have the propeller, I'll explain that tree in a minute, is my alchemy area that's not designed out at all. I don't have enough books, but the idea is to make it look kind of like a wizard's tower or something like that. And then up here, I have a observatory. Some of it got chopped off when I moved the save, so I need to redo it a little bit. But the point of it is, you would chart the stars through these little windows, so it would be like an observatory. So there's that. There is currently an exploit in the game that if you, I don't know if I have a knife on me. I don't. There's not one over here either. Sometimes they just lay tools down so you can come pick them up. But you can extract rubber from these rubber trees, but there's a timer on it, a cooldown. But if you chop one down and don't like log it or whatever, then it will yield rubber over and over and over again with no cooldown. So I've done that. Yes, I've exploited. This was supposed to be a trellis with like creeping vines, but it's really hard to find a plant that looks like that. So this may be a failed project. I may actually take that down. I'm not sure about that. Oh great, it's raining. It tends to do that in the tropical area. Okay, since you can't see this ship very well, I'll show you the other thing that I brought in here from a composition. Well, actually it wasn't I created the composition, but it's from Chrysalis's map. He made this cute little camper and I just love it. And I had no intentions of trying to recreate it. I was like, I am not doing that. So I brought that in and it's so cute. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it has like a little, it's like a camper. It has like a little kitchenette area, storage, and then a sleeping pad up there that you can actually get on and sleep in. And it runs and everything. What I've been doing, whenever I need wood for something, I've been clearing a path. It can't go around trees, like it wouldn't be able to drive through here, right? It has a problem. But it will go up and down hills if they're cleared off. So what I've been doing is clearing a pathway that's kind of a natural path, kind of, you know, but I've been clearing trees from it so that eventually it will go around the whole island. But for now, it's just whenever I need trees, I go over and I clear it, and then I move the camper and make sure it can drive where I'm trying to get it to drive. And I'm assuming the trees don't just sprout up, so hopefully they don't replace what I've done. Oh yeah, and I put this Stonehenge. I found this composition Stonehenge in here, but I think I'm going to take it out. I'll probably go into the editor and take it out because I think it would take forever to like chop it down. But I thought it would look kind of cool, like some hidden thing, but it's so big that I think it might not work. And I don't know if you can, let's see. I'm going to make these too at some point, these Easter Island, or yeah, Ylands or whatever heads. I think they look so cool. They're an installment sometimes on the islands, you know, like where they do the dev ones, and they look really neat. So I'm going to put those up at some point, you know, somewhere hidden on the island or whatever. Okay, so here's the dock. It's still partially floaty, like there's no support, but I've been going in and putting in stone work for that to support it. I just haven't finished it yet, but it's all beams because I really like that. And I was painting, I goofed, and my painter is not working right now, so I've got to fix that. Oh, and I made these little boat houses, but I apparently made them too big, or I've never been to a dock, so I have no idea some of these things. They're not very natural to me, but this one is capsized, I guess is what you call. Some storm came in, and I'm gonna have to destroy it. So originally I was going to make like 6 of these boat houses, but they were such a pain that I decided that 2 was enough. So I'll either delete some of those boats or they can share a home. And then I decided, okay, this area is going to be, and this is what this series will probably be about. So even though she is not on a multiplayer server, I would like it to be a town. So this dock is going to come down here, and it's going to have like a little patio area for like a fishery, like not a fishery, but like a restaurant, like a fish restaurant. So it'll be a patio area, then the restaurant inside will have some seating. And then I thought over here I would make 1 or 2 shops if I have enough room. I'm not sure. So like a tailor and a baker maybe. And then over on this side is going to be a fisherman's house. So it's going to be a house / shop. So he's going to sleep there, but then he's going to have outside, where you can purchase fish or whatever. Okay, so then, God, I'm awful at that. I want to extend, like, the base. I created all the things that I needed, like the little workstations or whatever, but I want each of those areas to be represented in a shop. So there'll be a blacksmith where, and then an armory, and then a bakery over here if I don't do it over there, and a potterer. And somebody did a really cool looking, this is one of the compositions that I was talking about, where they used the statue of David that's in here, and then they did this really cool marble thing. So I'm going to make an artist shop where they, a sculptor. So a sculptor, a couple houses back here that are a little different than mine, so they look like different people have lived in them, and just different things to make it look more like a coastal city or whatever, or town. It won't be huge, but so that's kind of what I'd like to do in this series. And and here's my ship. You're not gonna be able to see it very well because it's raining, but this from here to here is fairly new. I had started with the whole part that kind of tapers to the end, and I had to remove it just because it was such a pain to block around, and so I ended up making it very blocky. So I thought, oh, it looks kind of like a whale, so I put a little face on it on the side, and then carried it upwards. So this part is the helm, and if it's not raining, she can sleep here. So if it's a clear night or whatever, she can sleep on top. And before I built that up there, she slept in the shed. So I have all these areas below that are hidden by these doors. So there's, like storage areas, and then there's a loom and a spinning wheel and a couple stoves. And then I have this shed area that has where she was sleeping if it was raining. But I have a rack for like weapons and a rack for tools. It's got, a little pottery. And then there's a back porch to this too, which I love this little area. It's her little fishing area. So there's fish up there drying, and I actually will set her out here and fish if it's raining and I can't do anything else. Like if I'm traveling in the ship, I will use that time to have her fish back here or whatever. And then I had the most awful time. This is supposed to be filled in, but I put on here generators, and I tried to get them to work with the engines. I've been using them with just wood chips, these steam engines, and I don't know. I had spent a long time, and I keep getting in a loop error. And I've tried every combination. I've tried splitting it, not splitting it, putting it through the switch, not through the switch, going directly to the engine. Nothing. So I don't know if I need the other engine, which is the Ylandium engine. That may be possible, but I don't have enough dust. I think I've only got 15 left. So if that's the case, then I haven't put anything here because I may have to put new engines in and then cover those up But for right now, she has like a bigger sleeping area with a bed and nothing over here. I mean, like I haven't designed any of this because I just built it. And then up here, I haven't done anything. I didn't put her little water spout for the whale. I thought that was cute. And another mast so I could, you know, when I'm using the sails, have a little bit more. I might put like a little, a couple chairs or something for like a party area. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I like it. It's cute. It looks really girly, I guess. The awnings, I think, definitely make it look girly. That umbrella thing is a pain to do. And so I hate it when I accidentally grab one of the corners because then I have to like spend 10 minutes putting another thing back up there. It's awful. But I think they're cute, so. Alright, so that's kind of it in a nutshell, the place. I'm going to put her to sleep. I guess I could have done that on the ship, but I'm going to put her to sleep, and then I thought I would do some sailing, and we could do that together. If it gets too boring, I'll probably just clip it out, but I would like to find another island and explore it. I haven't found any polar biomes on this one yet, and I haven't found another tropical. All I found is 2 deserts. But I did find a sandstone. One of the islands that I found had a huge sandstone installment, so that's great. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'll have to chop these down. I forgot these get really big. Oh yeah, that's a great pathway. You can't even walk through it. Okay, so I must have picked up the wrong seeds, because if these were all this size, they would actually work better. I don't remember what the name of that one is. I'll have to look. But if they were that size and kind of going down, I think that would work. But this size, no. That's a no. No bueno. Alright, so I already have my, let's see. Yeah, I already have my iron tools and my guns and bullets, and there's plenty of food and stuff. And I've already cleared off a long time ago. I haven't sailed in a while, so I've already cleared off the chests and stuff, so there's no need for any storage. Do I have 2 different colors going on here? I do. Oh, no, maybe it's a shadow. Alright. I do that a lot because I got too much crap hanging around. Alright, so I'm just going to use the sails because that's plenty for now. And let's see. Let's go directly south and see if we can find something. Normally I follow the birds, but I'm feeling adventurous today. I was driving around, I was sailing around testing out this energy thing, and I thought, well, maybe they won't hook up energy-wise because they were full. It said they had 10 of 10 of energy because I had all those wood chips in them. So I just drove the ship around for like, I don't know, 20 minutes trying to burn all that out. And when I did, wow, those sails really hit that rail, don't they? When I was doing that, I came across a sunken submarine. It was really cool. There wasn't anything in it but a captain's helmet and another water breathing thing. So, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was cool to see it. I hadn't seen one thus far, so that was cool. And it was around this area, yeah. Such a huge difference between the ship that I was using in the tutorial portion, we made a little ship to get off the island, and it was, oh my god, it was slow because it was a small ship and it only had one mast, and it was just like, I'm so used to having like, this or the engines going. One thing that I don't like, and I tried to remedy this with my graphic settings, if you notice, I'm sure it'll show up for you too since I'm doing the recording, but it doesn't render all of those blocks and lumber that's hiding the storage area, and I can't see the front part of the well at all. Like I can see the awnings and the railings, but it's not showing me all that lumber. So it's kind of bad, but what can you do? Now, what I try to do when I'm just kind of wandering around is stay within the cloudy looking shallow. It's not really shallow, but it's not like deep blue water. Because the game will, I'm going to have to not put that candle back up. The game will actually tell you that you're running out of island stuff just because you get into that deep blue water, but there actually could be an island just a little bit if you like veer just a little bit and then go that direction still. Because it's told me that when I knew there was an island, like I'd already mapped it, and I was like, this was on my old map. And I'm like, I know there's an island down there. I know there is. And it was telling me that I was getting ready to go into blue water. So you have to be careful of that. Like, I know they put it in to help people, but it can be kind of not deceiving, but like misguiding. Now I wonder if I'll see any birds. Ah, there's a bird. There's two of them. Let's see, what direction are they going? They're going the opposite direction of each other. And sometimes the birds can be a little misleading as well, because sometimes they will go, I know why they're doing it, they will go out to grab people that are going the wrong way, that are kind of wandering around, and then they'll turn around and loop and go back a certain way. So it's like they're doing a U-turn, which is handy if you're out in the deep blue waters and lost, but if you're following them to get guidance, it's not very helpful at all. Well, he seems to be headed this way, so we're gonna... there's another one. I bet you there's an island not far from here, because I see 3 birds. And let's see. I do this a lot. I look at my map a lot when I'm on the... I bet it's probably right here. Oh, there we go. I can see it already. Yep. Alright. Well, that was quick. We didn't have to go very far, and we kind of guessed. So that's great. That doesn't always happen. You can be going a long way sometimes before you see something. And this one doesn't seem to be polar. It seems to be desert too. Wow, that's just weird how many desert ones. It might not be desert, but it looks like it might be. Alright, so the shallow areas can be very dangerous for a couple reasons. You can tear up your boat. So you don't want that. And then shark will hang out in them. Alright, so what I do, even though I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this trip so you can see this concept. I cheat. So I go over and I make a raft out of bamboo, because bamboo's really cheap. Here, mean, you can get tons of bamboo really easy. And you just put it on your ship and then plop it down. Boom. Okay, so I have the propellers, but I have died on, on expeditions, right? So if you're dead and you come back and you don't have the propeller, and then you've parked your ship quite a ways out because of the shallow coast, and then you have to contend with sharks. It's not good. It's not good at all. Alright, for the most part, we probably won't run into too much, but I like to be ready. Like the goats. I hope they let us breed them. They look so cute. Oh my god, look at those udders. Oh, Jesus. I hope they let us breed them. I know that if you pin them up, they will breed themselves. But that requires, of course, you having to have them on your starter island or island that you're on. And then it's only, it only works for where they're at, right? Like you can't move them to your house. Oh, look, an installment. Yes. I'm going to get some of this flax because I don't have flax on my island. I'm sure I have some seeds, but I'm going to break all this up. That was a big rabbit. Did you see that rabbit? Oh my god, these rabbits are huge. What's here? Okay, this is a really nice installment when you are first starting out because it has arrows and a wooden bow. I don't need those, so I'm just gonna leave it there, but here's another installment. This looks like an abandoned building. It's cool looking. This would be awesome too if you were just starting out because you'd have an iron hammer and a chisel already made. But I don't need that or the logs or any of that stuff that's there. So we're just gonna move along. Oh, there's all kinds of installments on this one. Wonder if we'll see an NPC. Yeah, this is the one where it looks like a bonfire. I'm gonna take the food, I think, and the knife because I use those knives a lot. But I'm gonna leave the rest of the stuff there. I don't ever take the stones or anything because I think they look cool. I bet you there's nothing in these sacks. Nope. And I'm gonna leave the hides. Don't need those. It's too bad it's not a multiplayer server because other people could enjoy leaving these installments pristine or whatever. But there's still quite a few issues with the multiplayer servers, I think. Which, makes sense. It's still early access, so it's one of those things. But so I haven't spent a ton of time trying to be in multiplayer, but when I have gone on, nobody was there, and then a couple of the games that I have saved on my, like when you click your continue thing, are showing up as, it's an odd color, they're showing up as unavailable, so they're probably gone for good. Wow, that looks like it's painted or something. It's weird. I thought that was a weird looking wolf there for a minute. That's a good size island, I guess. Not that exciting though. There's no cave that I haven't seen yet. Ideally, it would be nice to find some caves so that I could cave for Ylandium dust. Oh, an NPC. Is he selling fish? Okay, I really like that fish rack. How did they... Okay, let's see. You would take poles, it looks like. That angle, that, like, side angle would be the hardest part, I think. Hello. What do you have? You're selling me stuff that I can just go a couple feet away and get. Except for the water breeding potion. Well, sir, I don't have any gold or anything I want to sell you, but you look cool in your little outfit. Oh, his door is locked. Oh, interesting. Huh. You can't even see inside of his little hut. There's a shark. I don't like the sharks. He's got his little shop closed up. That's cool. I'm gonna have to steal your concept here for the fish rack. There was a composition that someone had done. I tried to use in game, but it didn't work. So that one looks a little bit better. I'll have to use that. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I love the color of that tree combo there. I know, maybe I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That's pretty. Looks like fall. I wish they had seasons in the game. I know we have weather implemented, but there doesn't seem to be any seasons. Well, maybe there is, and that one... No, nothing that makes sense anyway. Like there's no like like a fall that would bring all the trees to like a yellow gold and stuff like that. Oh, maybe we've found... Oh, look at those wolves up at the top. They were stuck. There's a lot of them. Oh, look. Okay, he looks cool. Look. We're gonna kill him, but he looks cool. Look at him. We have a revolver. Ooh, walks funny. Alright. Well, we got lucky. We got a cave. I see another one. Are they in the roof? Oh, you know what I need to do? That mining helm is like so worth every resource that I used. Okay, so we have... Now, I have seen on YouTube people reach caves that have just tons of Ylandium, I guess, Ylandium crystals and stuff. I have yet to see that. For me, I usually land in a cave that has like... Is that water? That looks dangerous. That will have like 3 or 4... must be the seawall. 3 or 4 like baddies in it, and then that's it. It let me go through it. That's kind of odd. Now, I have seen this before, and I am going to take those because I always need repair kits. And I will take that too. How about I swap you? The worn one for the pristine one. There we go. Huh. I may have to mine in here with... the last death that I experienced was a mining goof. Oh! Okay. I was mining in a cave and didn't realize that I had mined too deep. And there was nothing underneath what I was mining, and I fell to my death. And then I had to get my body in something that was way too steep. And luckily on the ship I had some stairs. I had like 50 of those wood stairs. It took forever, but I was able to make the stairs go down far enough that I could jump down to my body. It was sad. Sad, sad. I wasn't a happy camper, I have to say. Okay, I am great when it comes to it looks yellow, directions and stuff in real life, but not in games and in caves. I'm awful at it, actually. I get lost, like just now. I'm really bad at it, actually. And I used to think it was just me, but I've actually gamed with quite a few people that they have the same problem. So it's not just me. I know it's not. Well, that was a very disappointing cave. Like one dust? Come on now. There's gotta be more. What's this? Oh, this is the... That seems wrong. Let's see. I'm looking to see if there's another entrance to that cave, and if not, oh, we're going to risk it. We're going to risk mining down inside to get deeper into that and see if we can find something, because I have my drill and I have some cells or whatever, so we have plenty of juice. Oh, God, that was dumb. Oh, oh, hello. Oh, you want to kick me while I'm down, huh? I guess I don't really need your wolf hide. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna... Where shall I drill? I think I'll drill this way and see what it does. That just got us sand or dirt. Trying to go downwards a little bit without knocking our propeller off. And or getting lost. I don't think there's anything in this cave outside of what we just seen. That's too bad. And it's a lot of stone chunks if you wanted them. I don't really want them. Kinda hate leaving them though. I've got plenty of stone chunks. I don't really need them. Now I have seen people drill and get more of those like hyenas or whatever show up. Like some cavern or something, but I don't know. I think we're going to find out. Oh well. Sorry. Ooh, ooh. Don't want to die today. Let's see if I can remember which way was out. I think this way, maybe. I mean, if we had to drill out, we could. Ugh. Yep, see? Not hard. Yeah, I don't think there's much else in that cave. It's too bad. Oh well. Alright, let's see what we've mapped. Let me map the rest of this. Excuse me. This would be a nice little building area. Look at this. This nice little cove. Well, it's not even a cove because it doesn't go all the way out. Huh. A lake, I guess. It's kind of cool looking. It's not a bad island. It has a sucky cave, but it was like one dust. Oh. Give me a break. That's raw. That wolf was like, I'm gonna get you. He was wrong. Alright, well. Not very exciting. There's a big old bear. Look at that bear. Those rabbits look huge to me. Why do they... I guess some rabbits get big, but my god. Like antelope running around. Okay, I think we've already seen this one, haven't we? Maybe not. No, we haven't. Bunch of hides. I don't need. I'm trying to get that wicker basket, but the propeller's in the way. What do we have here? Let's see. I'll take the book, even though the books don't show up very well. Oh, was that a gun? Yeah, I don't need any more muskets. I will take the book, though. I don't need a quill. Those bear boots. Is that a sleeveless shirt? This is cool. Wonder if there's anything in the... There we go, wicker basket. Oh, some rope. You know what? For your book, I will trade you 2 raw meat. How about it? There was on my old... Oh, it's a bear. On my old map, the one that got kind of corrupted or whatever, there was a really cool Titan. That's a lag spike. Titan that was painting pictures. It was so cool looking. And on that same island there was a pyramid pharaoh kind of installment where you could get some gold coins and stuff. And when I got to the Titan with the painting, this was before they had the NPCs. So they actually have an NPC that sells paintings now, which is cool. But he had all these paintings around him that he had been painting. There's a bird, so there must be an island. One second. I finished that thought. It may actually be going to my island. And it might be going that way too. Anyway, train of thought. The Titan was, he was painting these paintings. It looked so cool, and he was looking at one. He was admiring it. And he had a wreath, a winner's wreath on his head. And I actually left that. I didn't pull that from him. But because I took his paintings, I took them all too. I was like, oh, give me these paintings. I gave him coins in his little bucket thing. They had a... Oh, there's my raft. They had this little... I'm actually going to leave that there. They had a whale, like a wicker basket there, and I put his... I put gold coins in it to give him an exchange for my paintings. Firm believer in energy exchange should be equal. Alright, so let's see. We got one dust. Wow. Yeah. And Moby Dick. I don't think I have Moby Dick, but I could really wish the books showed up way before, like, you're right on top of them. I hope they fix that in the rendering. Alright, well, she can't sleep up top because it's raining, so we'll go sleep in here. I don't know, I think I'll go look for another island, maybe? How long are we? Oh, we're almost to an hour. That might be a good place to stop, actually. So, next time, I think I will look for another island for the next episode, and then when we get back to the base, I will start on our little town area. So we'll start with the dock area and then move our way to the coastal line and get some shops up. I think they'll be cute. I'll probably put like little awnings on them like this, and little display areas. So they'll be nice. Probably not as junky as like my little, well, let's just stick it here area, but a little bit more tailored towards the theme or whatever. But anyway, hopefully you're enjoying these. I know it's kind of weird to watch somebody else play it, maybe. I don't know. Some of the island games that I watch, or YouTube videos that I watch, I really enjoy, and then some of them are, you know, it's kind of the same thing that I'm doing, so, I mean, like when I'm playing the game, so it's not that big of a deal. But I do enjoy the build ones the most, so hopefully you do too. Hopefully you'll like it even more when we get into that. The exploring can be kind of cool, but it really depends on where you land and what you find when you get there and all that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.